This has to do with someone that's near and dear to many people's hearts on the show, Tulsi Gabbard, and near and dear to about 8 to 10% of the audience as well, Andrew Yang, and something that 100% of the people that watch this show can agree with, screw the media. So let's talk about that a little bit. So CNBC has displayed the wrong photos on Monday of 2020 of the Democratic presidential candidates Andrew Yang and Rep. Tulsi Gabbard in its Squawk Box program. I believe we have some images of that.
Yeah, we do. Hang on,
Let's
I'll
see
put them
let's see
over
these.
here.
Okay.
Like that.
Well, as you can see, the gentleman.
These are just going to flip back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When we get a little better of a shot when they go in, so the gentleman who is not Andrew Yang, he just happens to be an Asian guy, I guess. On TV news, all Asians look the same, and then we have
On the far right, that picture is Kirsten Gillibrand,
who's I guess
not the same person as Tulsi Gabbard.
She's
not exactly a
all
person of
women
color.
look exactly the same. All Asians look the same. This is the lesson that MSNBC, CNN, MSDNC want us to learn, and we must learn well.
So
this is a PC
I
age,
didn't
after
know
all.
who the picture was of the guy they put in for Andrew Yang, but John, you figured that out. Who's that
It's
picture?
Jeff Yang.
Yang.
He's from this foundation called Red Point. And it's funny to me because when we talk about NBC, let's go ahead and remember that Andrew Yang is boycotting NBC.
Well, not anymore.
Oh, he's not? They apologized?
No, they didn't, but they agreed to cover him, I suppose. He just said that they made some agreement.
Oh, so
I mean, he can't completely boycott. If they're gonna have him on, he's gonna want to be on.
I mean, he gave him the bird.
And
Sorry, he gave him the bird.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was good because he publicly said, he's like, you confused my name with John Yang before, and so Jeff is not John. They got that part right.
They got the J. Hey, guys. I think we're all being way too harsh. This is just a small, rinky-dink organization with a few $1 billion and hundreds of staff and no actual investigative journalists. They can't get everything right. They can't fact check stuff like that. They don't know that there's a Jeff. Again, all Asian people look the same, according to mainstream media. We at Heartlands Media greatly disagree with that connotation. But who are we, a small channel with barely a budget, to figure out who is running for president? It's very difficult.
So how do they cover the Gabbard one? We're like, if they say, well, all Asians look
women,
the same. Well, all Samoans look like white women.
No, Paul. All women look the same. That's what they were trying to tell us, and that's the message we must heed. MSN, we must listen. They are the arbiters of fairness and truth, and there's no way that this was just an accident. Or, I mean, I should say that again. There's no way this was just done on purpose because they're vindictive shits. It was clearly just a sleight of hand that just happens every single week on MSNBC over and over and over again. And maybe, just maybe, Yang will go back on Twitter and say, I'm going to boycott you guys again. What the fuck?
I hope he does. I hope he really does. It's hilarious. And like, just the idea that the supervillain Cruella de Vil, Tulsi Gabbard, as Saturday Night Live liked to portray her, that someone at NBC didn't know who she was. Like, that anybody in the news circles didn't know who she was. I'm a active participant in that. I'm a consumer, and I know what everybody's face is. And to confuse it with somebody who's not even running anymore. She was like, I'm pretty sure she was like the first or the second candidate to drop out, Kirsten Gillibrand.
I don't remember when she dropped out.
I don't know who Kirsten Gillibrand is.
Yeah.
Well, I do, because we are independent media. You kind of have to know her shit to be relevant.
She is the one that had the Bill of Rights for families. That was her thing.
I didn't even know that.
She had the Bill of Rights for families.
Well, that rings a bell.
And it was nonsense. It was just...
You know what does sound interesting, though? How they think that Bernie Sanders is the clueless one, and NBC exists as a company.
I can't help but look at this story and not just straight up steal the Jimmy Dore argument, which is like, look, if they keep making the same mistake in the same direction, it's not a mistake. I mean, I completely botched that.
Are you
paraphrase
saying
it.
that a multi-billion-dollar company that's owned by another multi-billion-dollar company that benefits from multi-billion-dollar
doesn't
companies,
really think that all women look alike?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't think they're that cruel. I don't think they're that unusual, but they should be punished.
Paul, I'm going to have to agree with Daniel. I think all women look alike and all Asians look alike. That's my hot take.
It's MSN said it, so it must be true.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. They are the arbiters of truth, after all.
Did they have any kind of official statement about this?
Guys, I'm being sarcastic. I don't think all Asians look the same, and all women, please don't.
Right. That was clearly
guys, don't.
Gotta clear this up. It's facetious.
I got this. Don't, guys in chat. Please don't. This guy is a good friend of the show. Don't compare him to MSNBC. That's just cruel. That's just unusual. It's not a punishment he deserves.
No, but seriously though, I'm sorry, which news station was this? Was this NBC that did this?
Yeah, CNBC.
CNBC. Did they issue any statement at all?
I don't think they've issued. There's probably like, oops, like in a tweet or
Issued a correction
because it was live. It was live, and they're not going to apologize live. Not ever. They don't.
They can apologize after the fact.
Can we see those pictures again?
Yes,
I need
we
to
can.
see those again so that I can feel bad for them.
Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, they have like that screen's probably only that monitor probably costs $100. The room they're in probably only like a few square feet. I mean,
I know you got to feel bad for their shoestring budget.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like Heartland's Media gets this shit right all the time with not really much effort because it's pretty easy to know this stuff.
We have never made a mistake.
Never. Definitely not
That's not
me.
true.
I've never made
We've
a
definitely
single
made mistakes.
Oh my God, I feel like when I say I've never made a mistake, I feel the MSNBC channeling through me. And it feels disgusting.
Just like, the guy that they have, Jeff Yang apparently is his name.
And they got Cory Booker right. Who cares about Cory Booker?
Cory Booker cares about Cory Booker.
Corey.
I mean, what's her name?
Rosanna Dawson.
Yeah, Rosanna Dawson.
How do I know her name?
No,
I should know.
Rosario Dawson.
See,
Rosario
okay,
Dawson.
Good. Hey, Paul, again,
Good for her.
I'm close,
And good for
but
him.
not right, which makes me correct.
We were talking about that before the show. None of that makes sense.
Well, it does. I'm
doesn't.
very close, and then someone else will jump off my nearly right answer to complete it. So I'm setting up for you, just like MSNBC.
So you're just like, I'm the B student, and my buddy's gonna help me get from an 80% to 100%.
No, I'm like an A with like maybe like the bar the cross part of it that pulled out, and then you're just like, oh, that has to go there. But I've already done most of the hard
So you
work.
have an A minus, and you're relying on me to make it an A plus. Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
that's what I'm saying. And I'm glad to help, Paul. I'm happy to help you, give you an A plus.
All right.
So you look great.
Daniel's over here doing the old slippy, slappy, Samsonite. I was
Oh my God!
way off.
I feel like this entire story. I just feel like MSN is like just crafting itself into me, and I'm getting like egotistical, and I'm not apologizing for doing wrong things. But I don't have $1 billion or a budget of a couple hundred people, or not knowing who Andrew Yang or Tulsi Gabbard is.
They clearly know. I don't know. Anyway.
Anyway.
I wanted to point out a couple of super chats because they have come and we have not addressed them yet. Marcus Will, thank you for the £5, says, has there been any attacks from mainstream media on AOC for going at Joe? Example, Russian spy, Bernie Toady, et cetera, hearing
Traitor to the
crickets
party.
from that corner so far. Yeah, we covered that earlier. Traitor to the party, essentially. Oh, and I lost the other super chat. There was I think it was a $10 super
Yes,
chat with
here.
a GIF. You have it there. What is the GIF? Yippee! It's a yippee like a jumping jack from Profits Are Taxes. Profits are taxes.
If you're a small business, half of your profits are taxes. So that's half true, which makes it correct. There you go, Paul.
Okay.
Okay. Once we move through the stuff,
Your assertions are just so all over the place. It's just, I don't even know where to begin.
following the word and the law of MSNBC on this one. I am
Which is-
correct when I'm wrong, and when you're right, you're incorrect. That's
Not a
how it
law. What are you talking about? Ah.
works. Okay.